Michael and Joy.
Yes.
Watch the clip. Tell me, what is the story?
Okay. Chuck Schumer and Donald Trump yelling at Chuck Schumer as usual. There's the Capitol, and we're not open anymore, we're closed. Oh, I know what this is. Jimmy Kimmel's ratings are going through the roof. This doesn't feel like a single story to me, because it looks like we're talking about the government closing and then Jimmy Kimmel returning to air, and I don't know how those two things are related.
Nor do I.
The story is, if Congress can't get their act together, the government will shut down on Wednesday, but they got a couple days. And it's easy peasy. You can do that. It's just schedule the meeting.
Right.
Not why can't they agree on deal points.
Because Republicans have to ask Donald Trump's permission to get together. He controls their every move, and so they can't do it unless he tells them to. And he instructs them, and they do what he says. And the Democrats, well, no comment.
When a black woman cut herself off, then blink. Listen at how Trump pulled out of scheduled negotiations with Democratic leaders.
President Trump is canceling plans to meet with top Democrats to hammer out a deal. President Trump wrote, quote, after reviewing the details of the unserious and ridiculous demands made by the minority radical left Democrats in return for their votes to keep our thriving country open, I've decided that no meeting with their congressional leaders could possibly be productive.
That statement is psychotic. Here's my problem. Minority radical left, okay? All 6 of them? When did they come up with the fact that there's this radical left?
Chuck Schumer is the president of Antifa. Don't you know that, Liz?
According to Donald Trump, Democrats are demanding free health care for illegal immigrants, dead people on the Medicaid rolls.
I agree with that.
And of course, Democrats are demanding this.
They want to have transgender for everybody. These people are crazy, the Democrats.
Okay.
Wait. I could get a transgender.
I was just gonna say, for everybody,
I'll take one.
I'll take one too.
All right.
What do we
Does
get
it mean
with
we all get a
transgender?
trans surgery, or you get a trans person to just like kick it with? Like what?
That's what I thought was a friend, right? A transgender homie.
That means one for each of us.
Yeah.
I think this is what Trump thinks Democrats want.
Men to woman, or woman to men.
Man to woman.
From penis to vagina. Woman to men.
I think that's what every Republican thinks elementary school is right now. Also, what the fuck movie was that?
That's the Wayans Brothers football film, I think.
That is not the Marlon Wayans football movie.
Amelia Perez.
It got like 12, 13 Oscar noms.
Yeah, it was great.
Is Trump's accusation fair?
You can't hear the Democrats when they speak. So he's just making the shit up for them. Because when Chuck Schumer speaks, he goes, so I'm going to do this. and then he comes out and he said, well, you heard him. And this is what he said.
None of the things Trump mentioned are on the Democrats' list of demands. In fact, shockingly, so far the Democrats seem to be sticking to their guns. Does anyone know how the White House is responding to the Democrats finally standing up to them?
Indicting it?
The Trump administration is responding with threats. Specifically, the White House is saying that in the case of a potential shutdown, agencies should prepare for mass firings.
That's been their whole thing.
Yeah, they've already done that.
I didn't know this part of this story. And every time I come to work, I really do think I know it.
What's so funny to me is you get your news from this show.
It happens to me in real time.
The Democrats are banking on the fact that President Trump will be blamed for a government shutdown. And to be honest, they've been told that on pretty good authority. Here's the one guy who doesn't mind blaming the president.
If there is a shutdown, I think it would be a tremendously negative mark on the president of the United States.
But only if they're black. If they're black or Democrat. But the Democrats might have a little more help soon. A few weeks ago, Democrats won a special election in Virginia, and on Tuesday, they added another seat when Democrat Adeleta Grijalva won her late father's House seat in Arizona. Now, what has she said is the first thing she will do when she gets in office?
They need one signature to get the Epstein Files released, and she has said, I'm going to be that signature.
Oh.
Yes.
On my very first day in office, I will be the decisive 218th signature.
So who is doing any and everything they can to stop the release of the files?
Pam Bondi.
Pam Bondi.
Pamela Joe.
Surprisingly, the answer is Donald Trump. Trump is reportedly scrambling to get Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, and Nancy Mace to remove their signatures from the petition. Yes, Trump doing what he does best, pressuring women.
I mean, one of the craziest stories of the year is those three women being the voice of reason on the Epstein Files. Like, that's crazy, but they are.
And of course, there was a victory for free speech this week when Jimmy Kimmel returned to the air. How did Donald Trump take Jimmy Kimmel's return?
He said, you know what? Fair is fair.
Trump got on Truth Social and typed this message, quote, I can't believe ABC fake news gave Jimmy Kimmel his job back. The White House was told by ABC that his show was canceled.
I'm old enough to remember when that would have been an impeachable offense.
Maybe you don't put it in writing, that you message the network and say, make sure you cancel on me. Kimmel's return to air did not come easily, though. There was a lot of public outcry. There was boycotts. There was threats. While Jimmy technically came back on the air on Tuesday, that wasn't true everywhere at the beginning of the week. Panel, why is that?
Because Sinclair, which is just a fabulous disseminator of bullshit, and Nexstar, which I'd never heard of. Sinclair, basically, they're a very, very conservative news group, which is all the things that they're yelling about in terms of the liberal news thing. Now we're going to have a conservative news thing, and that's what they've done, and they've punished. They've been sure to punish.
And by the way, they made sure that that their stations in New York and D.C. didn't air it, because it seemed like it was kind of personal. They wanted to make sure that poor Donald Trump, with his little feelings, didn't see Jimmy Kimmel back on the air if he was in New York or D.C.
Trump did end the post with a heartfelt sentiment. He called ABC, quote, a true bunch of losers, and said, let Jimmy Kimmel rot in his bad ratings. And about those bad ratings, Jimmy Kimmel's show drew 6.2 million viewers, and the return to air monologue currently has over 21 million views on YouTube. And that's with over 20% of the affiliates in the country at that time refusing to air the show. Now, on Friday, this happened.
Sinclair says it will end its boycott of Jimmy Kimmel Live, and the show will return this evening on its ABC affiliate stations.
Sinclair is acknowledging that it wanted and made demands from Disney, and it's not getting them.
And shortly thereafter, Nexstar announced that Kimmel would also return to their stations. So why do you think they folded?
I can tell you, having worked in local news, and we would have literally like a major car accident that interrupted people's stories at that local network, and the calls we got from women at home who were sitting home waiting for their stories to come on, they would literally threaten to burn down the station. So therefore, you really can't cancel people's favorite shows. The viewers really do react. They really do get mad. And I think these local stations were like, bring back Kimmel, save us, please.
I'd also heard that they were talking about like maybe taking Monday Night Football. What you're not gonna do in the South is deny people football. They give up the morals real fast. While Jimmy Kimmel is a duplicitous, radical liberal, and we will not stand for. You gonna take Alabama football? Wait a minute. Let's talk turkey here. What's it gonna take? Yeah, this week everything's coming up Kimmel, or as CNN analyst Harry Enton put it.
If Donald Trump's idea was to give Jimmy Kimmel more press and more viewership, he absolutely did so.
Wait, so you get more ratings if you get canceled, then you come back from the cancel this show. Say some of the shit you say in the hall. So the story is, if Congress really wants to avoid that shutdown, the two sides are actually going to have to get together and talk like this. Really, 13 Oscar nominations?
So good. It was so
We'll
good.
be right back.
You're right.
Really.